If you work hard, pay your bills, save a little money every month, then technically you're doing everything society told you to do. So why does it still feel like you're falling behind? Why are millions of Americans earning more money than ever, yet living paycheck to paycheck? And why do wealthy people seem to play by a completely different set of rules? Because the truth is, most people were taught how to earn money, but never taught how to build wealth. And those are not the same thing. In this video, we're going to break down the biggest financial mistakes keeping the middle class stuck, the mindset shift wealthy people understand early, and the exact habits that quietly build long-term financial freedom. And trust me, some of these lessons may completely change the way you think about money forever. 0:45 to 3 o'clock. Let's start with the biggest trap of all, the paycheck cycle. Most people believe, if I just make more money, my financial problems will disappear. But that rarely happens, because lifestyle inflation quietly destroys wealth. You get a raise, you upgrade the apartment. You make more money, you finance a newer car. Your income goes up, but your expenses rise just as fast. And suddenly, someone making $120,000 a year feels just as financially stressed as someone making $50,000. The wealthy understand something the average person doesn't. Wealth is not built by income alone. It's built by the gap between what you earn and what you keep. That's why you'll often see millionaires living below their means, while broke people try to look rich online. And social media made this even worse. People are financing lifestyles they cannot afford, just to impress strangers who honestly don't care. The truth? Real wealth is usually boring. It looks like automated investing, long-term thinking, avoiding unnecessary debt, and patience, not flashy watches and rented Lamborghinis. One of the most important financial lessons ever taught came from Robert Kiyosaki. The rich buy assets, the poor buy liabilities. Now, what does that actually mean? An asset puts money into your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. Simple. Assets include things like index funds, rental properties, businesses, dividend-paying investments, intellectual property. Liabilities include high-interest debt, expensive car payments, luxury purchases, and anything draining your monthly cash flow. Now here's where most people get confused. They think, my car is an asset, but if it loses value every year costs insurance, maintenance, gas, and monthly payments, that's not really building wealth. That's consuming wealth. Wealthy people focus on acquiring income-producing assets first, then using the cash flow from those assets to buy luxuries later. The middle class often does the opposite. They buy the lifestyle first, and hope income catches up later. That strategy usually ends badly. Here's something most people underestimate. Time is more powerful than money. A person investing $300 a month starting at age 22 can easily outperform someone investing $1,000 a month starting at 40. Why? Compound growth. Money begins earning money, and then that money earns money. Over decades, the effect becomes massive. That's why wealthy families teach investing early. Not because investing is complicated, but because delaying is expensive. And honestly, this is where many Americans fall behind. Schools teach algebra for years, but almost never teach investing, taxes, debt management, retirement accounts, or financial psychology. So people enter adulthood financially blind. And unfortunately, financial ignorance is extremely costly. The good news? You do not need to be a Wall Street expert to build wealth. Most long-term millionaires simply invest consistently, buy diversified index funds, avoid emotional decisions, and stay invested for decades. That's it. No secret stock picks, no overnight success, just consistency. Here's the part nobody talks about enough. Money is emotional. People think financial success is about math, but it's mostly behavior. For example, impulse spending, emotional investing, fear during market crashes, comparison with others, lack of discipline. These destroy wealth more than bad investments ever will. The wealthy think differently during uncertainty. When markets crash, average investors panic and sell. Experienced investors often see opportunity because they understand markets move in cycles. Fear creates discounts, and patience gets rewarded. This mindset difference changes everything. The average person asks, "What can I buy with this money?" The wealthy ask, "How can this money produce more money?" That single shift in thinking can completely transform your financial future. So if someone wanted to build real wealth starting today, what should they actually focus on? Here are 5 timeless rules. Rule number 1. Spend less than you earn. Simple, not easy, but essential. Without this habit, nothing else works. Rule number 2. Avoid high-interest debt. Credit card debt is one of the biggest wealth killers in America. If your investments earn 8%, but your debt costs 24%, you're moving backwards financially. Rule number 3.